So, the final diary entry is right here at the end. So, let's just read this through and then we know exactly what is written in these last pages. So I did it. Back in my room again, erasing another timeline. Or does that reality go on without me? Am I just creating knots in time? My biggest fear is that I won't be able to rewind when I most need to, or even remember what I've done. And my head does feel like it's going to burst if I keep on doing this. My nosebleeds are a bad omen. Yet I'm here. I can rip up my contest photo and still warn David about Jefferson. It just means I won't be going to San Francisco. Yet. And I have to protect Chloe from the one storm. I knew things were quite too easy, and I messed it all up, as usual. Jefferson was pissed that I had torn up my contest photo, freaking out about my wasted talent. Passed that torch my diary so I couldn't even rewind using my art class selfie. So my full plan took shit. And I couldn't text David about Jefferson, which is how I ended up back in this evil dark room after I thought I had escaped. The first thing was seeing that Victoria was gone and knowing that Jefferson had already killed her. All because of me. I've never felt so helpless and hopeless in my life. It made me even more determined to rewind time and save Victoria as well. Amazingly, it was David Madsen who turned up to save me. Thanks to his own surveillance, he was almost Jefferson's shadow and tracked him down to the farmhouse. I was able to use my rewind for good and actually help David battle Jefferson. I do know that the only way I can save Chloe now is to get that picture that Warren took of us in the parking lot. I just hope he's okay in the storm. Finally, I told David that Chloe was dead, and he killed Jefferson. I have nothing else to say. For the first time since my visions, I was able to see the storm manifest in this reality. When I felt the sharp wind from the tornado, everything became more desperate. I was so relieved to get a hold of Warren, but he's definitely trapped in the two-whale diner with the photo. Yes, this looks like a job for Supermax. And the stormy picture of the place. I borrowed Jefferson's car and hauled ass and found that Nathan left me a sad voicemail. He only wanted to warn me to not be blamed for Rachel, but Jefferson wouldn't forgive him. Yep, it all happened to Nathan. Apocalypse Arcadia Bay. I've never felt the raw force of nature, but this storm is ground zero. My town is being destroyed, and I'm so furious that I didn't pay more attention to my visions. I could have warned and saved so many people, instead of watching them die around me. I decided I needed to fulfill my destiny, whatever that was, and use my powers for good, and more importantly, to not be afraid. There was no more time for fear. So I barely made it to the town and helped as much as I could, until I had to rewind to stop a raging fire from blowing up the diner. At least I was able to do something. I almost cried when I saw Joyce and Warren, even though they were scared. But they're strong and help everybody in the diner, including Frank, who I was glad to see alive. I'm glad Warren is such a good friend, considering how insane my life has been this week. Kissing Chloe instead of him didn't seem that strange. It felt like Chloe and I were flipping off the cruel universe, and if I was going to die, I wanted one kiss from my best friend. The main thing was that I had Warren's photo and I would get one last chance to save Chloe. I felt queasy considering what a mess I've made, but there was no going back anymore. And Warren rules. I was able to rewind to the end of the world party with his photo, and I felt like I was getting more confident with my time travel skills. It's always hard to deal with Chloe when only I have the benefit of knowing her future. But the one thing Chloe appreciates the most is honesty, so I told her everything. From when she was paralyzed to the dark room to San Francisco. She didn't want to believe that David was so heroic, but she knows I wouldn't lie. And I could tell Chloe felt awful for what Jefferson did to me. And Chloe is back. I didn't even care that this was the real end of the world. It just felt so good to hold her again after everything we'd been through. I thought about all the timelines I jumped through for her, and how much she'd always meant to me. How lives have always been entwined. Dead bird. How could this not be some kind of fate or destiny? Even though we're opposites in so many ways, we're also so alike. We'll always be pirates in spirits and we'll always want to take on the world. I like to think Chloe and I are here to always support each other's. Best friends forever, right? There's nothing like the sense of relief after waking up from a vivid nightmare. Despite all the terrible things that have been happening this past week, I felt so free and hopeful when I finally woke up. And my nightmare was so obvious. All my fears about being an artist, about my rewind power, and of course, about my partner in crime and time, Chloe Price. We've been through so much together, and we might go through more, depending on how this all ends, either in heaven or hell. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Keep cool and take photos. Oh snap. Chloe will always be my best friend, but who knows how she really sees me. I know she wasn't mad I didn't kiss her. I feel like we're more family than couple. Just a couple of dorky kids who grew up in a fucked up, amazing world. Maybe that's why I hated watching Chloe being so cruel in the nightmare, calling me names, trying to hurt me. I was surprised that it was like a physical pain in my heart. Is that the power of love or friendship? I believe you're about to find out, Max Caulfield. So, let's continue then to the end.
After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Welcome home, Max. Fasten your seatbelt.
Okay, maybe we will actually get to the freaking lighthouse one day. All our memories. All the memories.
I know it was your birthday last month. This was my real father's camera. I want you to have it.
Yes, of course it's cool. Thank you. This camera is so sweet.
Now that we got that mushy shit out of the way,
I feel like stage diving. Let's thrash this place.
Yep, I'm fucking insane in the brain. Let's dance! Shake that bony white ass. Or take my picture with your new camera.
Yep, taking a
This song
picture.
fucking rules. Can't dance, hippie? Come on. Rock out, girl.
We're not.
Turn it off! Turn it off! You need to hide now. My stepdad will kill me if he finds you here.
And then we hit.
You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like...
There's always the
Destiny.
lighthouse.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max.
I know.
The hell is this?
Snowflakes? Or a storm is coming?
Yep, the
Max?
storm was coming.
Start from the beginning.
And
Tell
then
me
we
everything.
told about everything.
Let's talk about your superpower. Epic! I pledge allegiance to Max and the power for which she stands. You can rewind time, Max. That's fucking insane. We have to play.
Like,
You need a sidekick to guide you.
of course, this was
Okay,
absolutely
no wonder. Show me the way to Chloe's cave.
not the way to do things because we use so much of our powers with no even good reason.
Welcome to American Rust, my home away from hell.
Raw and rough. It suits you.
Max, do you know how awesome this is? I get my best friend back, and she's also supersized.
I don't feel so super.
We certainly don't
Max,
know.
Here, let me help you find a place to chill. You freaked me out there. Do you feel any better now?
Yep, at least a little bit better. And then the rail tracks.
You saved me
Yay!
again. Crazy.
Very sweet pictures
Now we're
though.
totally bonded for life.
Like,
Since you're the mysterious superhero, I'll be your faithful chauffeur and companion.
My
Like,
powers might not last, Chloe.
I do have to say
That's
that this
okay.
place has been done very
We will.
sweet way.
Forever.
For sure, Wiz. Yay, walking together.
I'm so glad you're my partner in crime.
As long as you're my partner in time.
In
I might get on the other side
time.
of that door before you, Lupin.
The race is on. See you soon. Welcome to my domain.
Mm-hmm.
You are magic! I have no clue how the hell you got in there, but you did it, sister.
We did it. For good or for bad.
Max, you better come check out these files.
It's not a drawing. Look. Rachel in the dark room. Rachel in the dark room. Over and over.
Yep.
That's it. No, you are not taking the cozy chair.
Max, do your powers include mind reading? Or did you just rewind because I tried to steal the chair? Shit, I'm confused.
It is very confusing. Time
It's the
travel
powers of
is.
best friendship. I know how you roll.
Then the pool time.
Why, look, an otter in my water. Your
Very
power's
much.
changing everything, Max. Especially you. I can already tell.
Yeah, but not
You're not some
necessarily
chicken shit anymore.
in the best way.
Thanks, girlfriend.
Of course, we are a
Well,
lot
you make me feel
braver.
like I have a reason for still being in Arcadia Bay.
Then
Let's
running.
call it a draw. I'm gonna freeze my ass off when I get out.
You look cute with your hair soaked in chemicals.
Hide!
Hide! You can't go back to your dorm now. You're a Blackwell fugitive. Crash at my place tonight.
And so we did.
Photobomb!
Photo hog. It feels like a different world from yesterday.
We left a skid mark on Blackwell last night.
Wish we could just hang out all morning like we used to. Maybe we should get up. I have to get back to Blackwell soon.
Then we got Rachel's clothing, which is especially sad now.
I double dare you. Kiss me now. Damn, you're hardcore, Max. Now I can text Warren and tell him he doesn't stand a chance. Unless he's into girl-on-girl action.
You're such a dork.
Yeah.
Oh, we could cruise everywhere in this bad boy. Can you see us heading down the coast to Big Sur and beyond? I know, just daydreaming.
Rachel's clothes.
It makes me ill that Rachel
And-
posed like this for Frank.
Yeah.
Wrote him love letters. I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
And Frank's van.
Because she knew how you would react.
And she wasn't much of a friend, huh? Just another person who shits all over me. Why does everybody in my life let me down? My dad gets killed, you bail on me for years. My mother gloms onto stepfucker. Now Rachel betrays me.
And
Until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad.
this all.
I am so lucky that my father is cool.
Max, you are being so fucking strange. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Yeah. And then I changed all of that. Yay-ness.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
Golden hour. And then the request
Whoa,
also
awesome
soon enough.
picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
Listen, Max. My respiratory system is failing, and it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So, I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying? I'm saying that being with you again has been so special. I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you to be my last memory. Do you understand?
But we weren't able to do that.
Chloe, you're back. I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together.
Yep.
Kate wasn't the first. All those binders are filled with other victims. Victoria has to be next. Nathan must be planning to dose her tonight at the Vortex Club party. Rachel.
And all of this.
These are all post shots, right? Right? The junkyard.
Not quite.
Max, we have to find that spot now. Then we can see what he did. There's no way she's dead. No way. She posed for those pictures, Max. I know it. Please, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, Rachel, no, please not her.
Chloe.
Rachel, why?
I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm so sorry.
Poor
I
Rachel.
loved her so much. How can she be dead? What kind of world does this? Who does this?
This is kind of a really long series of going through all the memories.
Come on, Max, we're almost there.
Oh, we are now actually going to the lighthouse.
Please, wake up,
But this
wake
really isn't the best thing to do, but I would think. But maybe it is. Maybe this will end it all.
Don't worry. We'll be okay.
I'm not so sure about it. Okay, we're finally here.
Max, can you hear me? Please say something.
Chloe? I must have passed out.
Oh, thank God. Don't you ever do that again, okay?
I swear. But that nightmare was so real. It was so horrible.
Okay, that thing has already fallen. Good to know. At least that's how it looks. But this is indeed where we remember that we were before. But then we were really alone. There was no Chloe in that picture. And that is still going and approaching all of those people
This is my
there.
storm. I caused this. I caused all of this. I changed fate and destiny so much that I actually did alter the course of everything. And all I really created was just death and destruction.
Fuck all that, okay? You were given a power. You didn't ask for it. And you saved me. Which had to happen. All of this did. Except for what happened to Rachel. But without your power, we wouldn't have found her. Okay, so you're not the goddamn Time Master, but you're Maxine Caulfield. And you're amazing. Max. This is the only way.
I told you.
I feel like I took the shot 1,000 years ago.
You could use that photo to change everything right back to when you took that picture. All that would take is for me to
Die.
Fuck that. No. No way. You are my #1 priority now. You are all that matters to me.
I know. You prove that over and over again. Even though I don't deserve it. I'm so selfish. Not like my mom. Look what she had to give up and live through. And she did. She deserves so much more than to be killed by a storm in a fucking diner. Even my stepfather deserves her alive. There's so many more people in Arcadia Bay who should live. Way more than me.
Don't say that. I won't trade you.
You're not trading me. Maybe you've just been delaying my real destiny. Look at how many times I've almost died or actually died around you. Look at what's happened in Arcadia Bay ever since you first saved me. I know I've been selfish, but for once, I think I should accept my fate. Our fate.
Chloe!
Max, you finally came back to me this week, and you did nothing but show me your love and friendship. You made me smile and laugh like I haven't done in years. Wherever I end up after this, in whatever reality, all those moments between us were real, and they'll always be ours. No matter what you choose, I know you'll make the right decision.
Chloe! I can't make this choice!
No, Max. You're the only one who can.
So, sacrifice Chloe or sacrifice Arcadia Bay. So that's the two options. But as said before, we started this, so the only way that everyone will be safe is to not sacrifice Arcadia Bay, unless we know for sure that everyone would have left and escaped, but we know that a lot of people already died. And more would die. I don't know how things will be, but I kind of accepted already the fact that we shouldn't have started to use our power to begin with, no matter how much we would wish to do so. To save Chloe and not sacrifice Chloe. So I don't love this option. I wish that I didn't need to do it. But I guess we both should not be selfish, as in Max wants Chloe to be there. Chloe would want to be there. But it just worked the way it did. Life is not fair. That's how it did go on happen. She got shot. That's what actually happened. And then we just started to use powers that caused all of this havoc. So in this case, yeah, I accept that. It's a lot completely different case to accept it when we actually caused it to begin with, like chasing the past from somewhere really far away, keeping her dad alive and causing her to be in a car accident. That's a completely different situation. So we'll have to do this, even though I really, really, really wish that we didn't. And Chloe, unfortunately, the fact is that Chloe also has now grown. She could do a lot of good things now that she has grown during this time. But I guess that's not how things will be going and working out now then. So I guess we'll have to do it. I think this is the right choice for me. I would love to keep Chloe alive, but...
Max, it's time.
Chloe! I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this.
I know, Max. But we have to. We have to save everybody, okay? And you'll make those fuckers pay for what they did to Rachel. Being together this week, it was the best farewell gift I could have hoped for. You're my hero, Max.
Oh, Chloe! I'm gonna miss you so much.
Yeah, Max will miss Chloe for sure.
I'll always love you. Now get out of here, please. Do it before I freak. And Max Caulfield, don't you forget about me.
Never could. Never would. Never ever. Here we are, facing facing the tornado. The question is, how much do we remember after this then? Because we wouldn't have even gotten involved into any of this otherwise. Butterfly in time. And our reflection.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I'm sorry, Chloe.
I hope you check the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
And there's the blast. And of course, tears fell in our eyes. Nathan is not quite sure either what to do. It's not like he actually wanted to kill Chloe. Now he is going to be in even more trouble. If that's even possible. Considering he was already dead in the other reality. And then everything changes once more. Nathan gets arrested. Nathan is there in police investigations. And he is also taken in before he could do more bad things. We're all alone, with only our Teddy as companion. Picture box. Looking at all the photos of Chloe. And coming alone into the lighthouse. And here we are. Maybe now we remember everything from all those things that happened. There is no storm. No storm at all. But as it was said kind of in one situation also in the comments, as Visineko I think commented, it might have been completely different situation if we actually didn't tell Chloe, but we told Warren. Because Warren might have already been saying that, hey, all of this stuff was going on. But maybe it's connected to all of this. We have a nice deer necklace though, at least. In a sense, Chloe did stop or find Rachel's killers in this way, at least. Which is something. Not great, but it is something. Arcadia Bay Cemetery, all others are alive. Gate, everyone. Frank is there too, and with Bombadil. Ah, the blue butterfly. Chloe with her blue hair. Maybe Chloe was always this blue butterfly in spirit. Maybe so. But everyone else would at the very least be safe and sound, so to speak, so... I did always question about using those powers, and for good reason. I was thinking that either it is somehow connected into our powers, that full tornado, and indeed, most apparently it was using those powers was the original cause of it completely. But in some sense it of course would make sense that it would get worse the more you use those powers, but then you can completely go back and not use any of those powers. It's kind of surprising in some sense, nonetheless. If you could have gone all the way back into early enough a point and tell Chloe to tell me that never use those powers again and which all actions we could be doing and not, or at least get David to just go and then get him into the right track, then that could be good, but yeah. There was also talk about the fact that Chloe did become a lot more beloved by a lot of people, most apparently, during this ending, and to be honest, she grew. Like, that's something that everyone can do. She was doing a lot of things incorrectly and wrong, and in a lot of cases she was selfish after all and wanted to just have fun with the power and everything like that, but you can go and change it and grow out of it, and she could have done a lot of good from that situation as an idea as an idea at the very least, but on the other hand, she would also then have already lost then her mother too, because the tornado wouldn't be stopping there after all, and if they weren't moving away from that location, then yeah. And anyways, even if that wouldn't be the case, a lot of people had already died. No matter how that some name was written in the opposite way there. But yeah. Well, I had some problems with this game in a few cases where I was thinking that, well, this isn't exactly grabbing me that well, and I wouldn't still rate this as the best game I have ever played or something like that, but it was a good story. It was a good story. It is indeed the type of a Memento story that you shouldn't be ever using these powers. In some sense, I guess I would maybe like even a game where you actually, if you got this sort of a power, that it wouldn't be something that, okay, you shouldn't just be using it because it will actually create way more problems and everything like that, because this is sort of something that you can expect. That, okay, you are causing problems because you use such a power that you shouldn't be using. Like if you look back into Memento, even though there is multiple versions of Memento apparently of the movie, but the version that I remember was the one where the guy then went all the way back. Well, that's actually even a little bit of spoiler then if I go and tell it, but okay, Memento spoiler. If he goes all the way back and never then isn't close to this girl, this woman that he actually loves, because that's the only way for him to actually get her life sorted out, because otherwise she stays there with her father, and if she stays there, her life will be a lot worse. And she stays there because she also cares about you, as in the main character in that story. But if you as the main character make her hate you, then she leaves and gets a lot better life because she moves to live with her mother. So sure, there's that one chance, but then you don't try to just all the time go back in time and fix things, sort of, you know. And he had to also be making quite of a sacrifice there, not to be able to actually know her at all, to have her life be better. So, of course, here we actually have to sacrifice the one that we, well, at least for the way that we did it, or the ending that we chose, or I chose. We sacrificed Chloe for everyone else's sake, because we caused all of that with using of our powers. But yeah, I enjoyed the ending of the Life is Strange more than the beginning. The thing that at least is very much indeed nice is that the choices do matter quite a lot more than in I would say in a lot of other games. Like if you go and look into Telltale games, the problem with those games is that there's actually very minimal amount of choices that actually matter. And of course, in the end, here only two things matter. The fact of either saving the Bay, Arcadia Bay, or saving Chloe. So in the end, the only choice in some sense that matters is the very ending one. But I would have to still think that the choices in between matter too, as in how you as a person grow and which choices you would do, and do you try to help everyone or not, and so on and forth. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my blind let's play of Life is Strange as well. I assume that there's going to be the choices here too. I pretty much actually talked all the way through the credit music. I guess I could be silent just for a moment while we wait for the final decision screens that I could at least assume we are gonna have. But that's going to be very soon coming up anyways. But I guess I'll be silent for a moment. Fans, thanks for your amazing support, art, gifts, passion, and crazy theories. It has been such a great honor to have you dwelling in Arcadia Bay with us. It was a nice story. Thank you very much. You decided to sacrifice Arcadia Bay 48%, and you decided to sacrifice Chloe 52%. So, very similar, like percent numbers. I was in a slight majority. Do tell what choices you guys actually made when you played this through. Then, on the other hand, that would be an interesting thing to know. Then David got a scar during the fight. Oh, David didn't get a scar during the fight. I wonder how that would have worked. David killed Jefferson. A little bit less, but pretty much the same amount of numbers there. You saved the trucker. Yes. You saved Evan as well. And you saved Alyssa once again. And you saved the fisherman too. That's actually higher percentage, but you can't really miss him after all, so... And to be honest, that mechanic had been used quite a few times already. If that would have been the first time that you would have needed to use that mechanic to save him, you might have more trouble to do it. But because you had already used it quite a few times, that hey, I'm gonna enter that room and then move him and then... Well, or actually go back in time and then get him to move and then you're actually gonna do that again. That's why it was pretty easy to do. And you helped Joyce believe in David again. Ah, I didn't notice to do that. Well, because I don't want to be... It's not like I thought that she should be believing in David, yes, but, well, on the other hand, I don't want to be going and just making people change their minds exactly. But so, I didn't change that. And then you told the truth about Rachel to Frank. A little bit higher percentage. Here, we were in a slight minority. Most people did go and kiss Warren. But I guess I'm just a kind of a slower person to be moving in these things. Or I could be expecting the guy to do the kiss initiate rather than me myself. So maybe that's the reason. But yeah, Huck it was. Okay. I think that's all. Life is Strange episode 5 Polarized. Exit to the main menu then. Well, I guess we can end here in this screen anyways. But hey, thank you all for watching. I did enjoy the game regardless. And I did after all play this all, the episode 5 in one sitting basically. So... at least was able to play this completely through. Then just a lot of editing to get this into episodes and everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed me playing Life is Strange. Thank you very much for watching. And see you in another game soon enough. At least I need to be playing the Walking Dead final season 2 at some point. And there's plenty of other point and click games that we can be playing. Do leave your suggestions if you have something specific in mind that you would like to see there. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you in another game. Bye bye till then.